Friday and we've been to swimming, which is good. And he played happily and did lots of things at swimming, which went fantastically. So everything's actually really good at the moment, so that's good. And I don't know if he'll sleep or not, but who really cares? At this point, I've given up on the hope. What I do want to talk about today is, I guess, it kind of dawned on me, it's maybe a bit silly, about why it is so tiring to be raising a child. Maybe it's just tiring for me, maybe other people don't find it as tiring. I think there's two main reasons why it is particularly draining to be, responsible for a small child. And I think the first one is because of the massive mood swings that one experiences as a result. So it kind of just occurred to me, and I don't know how I managed to not notice this, that just in the space of this morning, just over the last, few hours, I've gone from, ecstatically happy during the swimming lessons when he's performing a new skill which he's never performed before, to, when I woke up this morning being, shocked awake by his screaming, sort of a deep sense of sympathy for him because he's unhappy when he woke up because he's scared about something, or I don't even know what it is, but he's definitely unhappy, and so that hits me in some kind of sympathetic spot, to angry and frustrated when he's being really difficult and demanding, frustrated when he's demanding that I play the same game over and over again, bored when we're doing the same thing, stressed about getting to our swimming lesson on time, frustrated that he won't do as I'm asking, and at the same time, but straight afterwards, laughing at some silly thing he said, or, proud at some observation he's making about, he sees something out the window and he's able to identify what it is, and he tells me he makes some connection with something we've talked about yesterday or whatever. And amazed by the development that he shows as he, every step he takes, and just laughing at the, silly games that we play, the silly jokes, when he wants me to be the mama duck. And so on some level, it's the sort of roller coaster of emotions that, it's within seconds, sometimes minutes, swinging from one emotion to another. I think that is actually more tiring than I sort of had realised. And strangely, it's become so normal that I don't even notice it. Even in my previous work, where I've dealt with some sort of fairly sort of emotionally sort of draining stuff, it wasn't quite the same roller coaster ride. At least you sort of knew what you were getting. The other thing that struck me about that is so tiring about having a small child is the constant attention. And maybe I'm just sort of paranoid helicopter parenting, because I only have one child, and so, I find myself devoting all my time and effort to him. But if he doesn't want my attention, so it's a combination of, he wants a lot of my attention, he constantly is asking me things, constantly wanting to talk to me, constantly wanting to interact with me, which I think is, developmentally fantastic, but, a lot of attention. And then on the occasions when he doesn't want my attention, when he's doing stuff by himself, almost always I have to be watching him like a hawk, so that he doesn't, because he might well be destroying something or pushing over some other kid, or getting into stuff that he's not supposed to get into. There's very few sort of areas that I could just feel like I can safely leave him and not be paying attention to him, for fear that he's going to hurt himself seriously or destroy something. Even in the house, there's this constant risk that he is going to pull our TV over and smash it, or that he is going to break something or pull the bookshelves over, or break our phone, or pull the phone out the wall. And all of this sounds quite paranoid, but these are things that he has actually tried to do. And so I think the combination of having this wild roller coaster of emotions that is just a normal day, combined with always having to sort of be on the lookout for potential dramas. And I guess the other thing is, actually, I find myself constantly on the lookout for sort of pitfalls. Is he going to, if if I do this, what's he going to do? Is that going to lead to a confrontation? Is this going to cause needless, disagreement between us? So yeah, these things, I think that's the crux of why it's tiring. More so than things like sleep or whatever. I mean, I think that's a sort of a sideline. I think it is just an exhausting thing to be doing. So anyway, that's my musing for today. Fortunately, it's Friday, which means I've got a sort of a weekendish thing coming up on the weekend, and hopefully that means that Joe will be able to look after him and I'll have some time to myself with a bit of luck. Anyway, I hope everybody else is doing well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.